Well, hello out there, Redbird. How are we doing this beautiful Tuesday evening? Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us here on this fortuitous Tuesday night. If you've never joined us on a Tuesday night before, you are in for a treat. We do Three Little Birds every single Tuesday through the cozy months. And what that is it's a songwriters-in-the-round style performance. So there are three songwriters on stage. Count them, 1, 2, 3. And we're all performing original music all night long for you. So before we get into it, I've got a couple quick housekeeping notes. So first and foremost, we do reserve the front two tables for a listening room environment. So anyone who wants to get more of the show or maybe get sweat on, perhaps, then you can join us at the front two tables. Of course, you can carry on conversation and things like that. We just ask that you do it kind of a little bit further away from the artists, because sometimes we can hear your conversations and we mess up our lyrics, perhaps. The other thing I do want to mention is we are grateful to be standing and sharing space here on the unceded ancestral territories of the Okanagan Syilx Nation. And we're grateful to be doing it here every single week, and every day at Redbird we do live music and lots going on here, so check the website. And the final thing I want to mention before I introduce you to these two fine artists on this stage is that there are two ways you can take care of your artist tonight. So since Redbird began, we've been doing quote-unquote free shows, and they remain quote-unquote free based on your generosity. So we started in a little room over there with a capacity of 60 people, and we would cram 100 people in there. And at the time, you can imagine, we were very little. We didn't have a budget for music, so we depended on your tips to fund artists, and that's how these free shows still exist. So the first way you can take care of your artist is right at the front of the stage here. We have a tip jar, an analog tip jar, I like to call it. If you carry cash, if you're old-fashioned like that, you can put your cash in the tip jar, and I will be bringing that tip jar around kind of towards the end of Three Little Birds. The other way is, if you're a little more modern, if you're, preferring a digital tip jar, we have QR codes on every single table. There are 2 QR codes per table, plus there's a giant QR code hanging over the kitchen. And if you could just put your phone up to that and take care of the artists that way, that would be greatly appreciated. Both of these artists are hardworking writers that do a lot for their individual communities. So, the last thing, I know the last thing was the last thing, but this is the last thing, I promise. We are broadcasting live across the world right now via Rebellious Unicorn Studios. So this is live on YouTube. Don't worry, you don't have to do your hair or anything. It's just us broadcasting. But if you fall in love with this series and you want to watch it anytime you want, please subscribe to Rebellious Unicorn Studios on YouTube. It is totally free to go and watch and be a part of that community. All right, what do you say we introduce you to these two fantastic artists, my friends? So starting on your far right, this individual just released a new track today on Bandcamp called Dancing with Death. They go by many names: the Grim Reaper, Death, Thanatos, King Samhain. He is the servant. In fact, he is the definition of what a civil servant is. He is your guide across the river Styx. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the Redbird stage, Death. Sitting center stage this evening, all the way from Winnipeg. We caught him midway through a tour. He just finished a show at the Heatley at the end of a 9-show run, but he's midway through the tour. He's on his way back to Winnipeg, 2 more shows ahead. Just released a new record called Where the Rivers Do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, for the first time on the Redbird stage, Sam Singer.
Hey, everybody.
And my name's Dan Tait. I'm your host for almost all the Three Little Birds, and I'm gonna cut right into it. I'm gonna play a tune. This is a tune, seeing as we have our everyone's friend Death here. I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote about remembering my people. I go to a place up at the top of Big White called Rhonda Lake, and that's where I go to be with my people. So this is a tune called Rhonda Lake. on my way up to Round the Lake. Watch all the whiskey jacks fly, little jar full of ashes and endless pale blue skies. Did most of my growing years proud to towering tree. Bumps and scars that I carry now, they remain to remind me all of my life is changed. It won't be back to bother me, and I ain't ready to leave it, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Rolling in just like a hurricane, all those troubled times abound. Take off up that mountain road, and I'm keeping the hammer down. It feels when I return, wanna feel it every day. Keeps me coming on back for more, hoping for a way to stay. All of my baggage is checked, it won't be back to bother me, and I ain't ready to leave it, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Won't you take me home, take me home to Round the Lake. Won't you take me back to the day. It's so long for a day in my day. It's something to see who I really used to be. All of my baggage is checked, he won't be back to bother me, and I ain't ready to leave it yet, 'cause I remember who I used to be. Won't you take me home to Round the Lake. Won't you take me back to the day. Won't you take me home, take me home to Round the Lake. Won't you take me back to the days I always go alone for a year my day. Take me back to who I really used to be. Thanks very much, my friends. It's called Round the Lake. Mr. Sam Singer, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very well. Very
Excellent.
happy to be here.
Excellent. Happy to have you, brother. I feel really tall. I gotta be
I
honest.
know. I'm kind of a short king right now. I don't know. I feel better with my feet on the ground.
I like that. That makes sense.
And you know, you're in a position of power, so it's just the right thing to do.
I didn't want a position of power. Damn it. How you doing, brother? How's the road been?
The road's been good. We're on a tour from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I mean, I say we, and I'm not going crazy. I'm on the road with my band, but it's a little bit of a different show tonight. It's just me, and I'm happy about it. And I'm gonna start it off with a song, and it's a song that was originally a 10-page poem written as a final grasp at some kind of stupid love. And I'm not gonna play you the poem tonight, but I'll play you the song that came out of it. And originally the poem was called "The Girl and the Pool and the Things That Never Part," and the song is called "The Pool," and I hope you like it. The girl and the pool and the things that never part. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I loved you my whole life. The girl and the pool and the things that never part. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I know you tomorrow, where the wind feels like molasses, so does the sun. Then it's over, by the winds or by the waters, or in the 40,000 reasons to skip town by tomorrow. And for now, all that was sacred is drifting past the surface of the 40,000 reasons that cross my mind. The girl and the pool and the things that never part. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I loved you my whole life. Oh, the girl and the pool and the things that never part. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I loved you my whole life. I think I've walked in your mind, and the streets are wrapped in plastic, and the time never changes by the hollow, hollow forces that drag me by the city of your eyes until the morning. And for now, I'm thinking of being someone. So if you want me, close your eyes and I'll push back this yearning feeling from within. Yeah, but I feel the weight of the world to come back to you. 'Cause you see me like nobody's seen me, the way I think that nobody ever will. Yeah, but I've seen you walk the streets in the city of your eyes. You move like nobody's watching, and I guess nobody did. Is it the way you keep on swimming? Your scent stays on my skin forever and in my soul for all time. In my soul for all time, but still these 40,000 reasons cross my mind. Thank you very much. I'll pass it back to you to pass it on somewhere else.
We're going to pass it down to Death. Receiving the motion ball.
The emotion ball? Is that what you said?
The emotion ball.
The
It could be
emotion
the
ball.
emotion
That's
ball.
a ball to receive. I like that. Thank you for passing the emotional ball.
How you doing over there, Death?
I thoroughly enjoyed both of your songs. That hit me in the heart if I had one. Delightful, delightful. You actually made me think about, well, first off, hello everybody. Yeah, clap for yourselves. It's a day to clap for yourselves. It's a good thing. Warm up the hands, warm up the voices. Who are the cat people out there? Yeah, all right. I have a particular affinity to a lot of the characters you hear about around Halloween. One of those happens to be cats, particularly black cats. And just the sentimental nature that you just put out there is something I'm gonna ride with here.
Sick.
I love black cats. Before I start, let me hear the loudest at the top of your lungs, a meow. Perfect. Save that. There'll be a chance to use that. Black cats get a bad rap. And black cats, they don't like that. Singled out for centuries by superstitious mysteries, simply for the color of their fur. Yet somehow these little cats endure. Let's hear that meow again. Well, black cats appreciate a good scratch. And black cats are entitled to that. Hunted against their wishes, 'cause they're besties with the witches, which are women of intelligence and know-how, both of which deserve to freely prowl. Where are those meows at?
Yeah.
This is your meow solo. If you ever wanted to let out as much of a cat meow, now is the chance. If you want to do it in rhythm, try this out. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Thought to be full of dark magic, which in hindsight is quite tragic, 'cause we very well may not have had the plague if black cats were left unto their ways. Black cats are boundless sources of love. Loyalty runs deep in their blood. But if you're not careful with a black cat, a black cat will scratch back. This is a very important part. There's no wrath worse than a kitten's, armed with furry murder mittens. So don't gamble with or trifle with their trust, 'cause a black cat will end you if it must. Yes, a black cat will end you if it must. So shower all the black cats with love. Let out those meows, everybody. Let them out. Let them out.
I love the idea of a meow solo, and it is now my goal to put a meow solo into a future song I write.
How about this next song, Dan?
Well, this next song's about you.
Ooh,
And
even
believe it or not, if you're with that last song, you know, exploring individuals that are, you know, maybe perhaps misunderstood, I wrote a song about you. I don't know. What are the rules on it? Do you, like, as death, as a servant between, you know, the living and those no longer with us, do you get to see, like, are you omnipotent?
That's a nice thing for you to say,
Oh,
but no.
no? So if I were to play this song that I wrote about you, would you have heard it or seen it before?
I've heard word of it. I have never been in the same dimensional plane as you playing it before, and that's very different.
true.
It's a different thing to experience music in the room. Correct? You all agree? Yes. Live music. I get dead music all the time. Live music is a new thing for me, so I'm very much appreciative of this opportunity that you're throwing our way.
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna play a song I wrote about our friend Death, and I was living in Chilliwack, BC for a short period of time, and I was spending a lot of time on my own, just me and my thoughts, maybe a doobie, and my hot tub at the time. And it was a humble way to make a living, but we all learned through COVID that if we're left alone with our own thoughts, our thoughts get a little bit weird. And no offense. But I started thinking about Grim Reaper, the individual. I started to think about death, and I started, you know, I'm a big fan of the anti-hero, you know, those individuals that we don't necessarily see as a hero, or we, you know, but the reality of the Grim Reaper is they are our guide from one plane to the next, right? And so we traditionally look at death as something terrifying and perhaps evil, but I spent this evening when I was living in Chilliwack exploring the idea that maybe death is a regular individual, and maybe they have the best job security in the world because they're in it for eternity, and maybe they don't like their job. Who knows? Because they're meeting people every single day, which is a pro, but they're stuck in it for eternity, which is kind of a con. So I wrote this song. This is called Grim. I wrote it a number of years ago, and I hope you would enjoy it. Met a girl at the smoke shop yesterday. It's a shame that I'm gonna have to take her away and spare the grim details from the family. She was gonna have to go anyway. Then I met a young man in blues, and he was walking around, shaking hands, handing tickets out for heaven, I understand. Till he tripped and he fell on a rubber band. Whoa, I'm not as scary as you might be. Whoa, and I'm as lonely as a kitchen sink. Whoa, and all this job really stinks. I'll hold your hand when you reach. Business trip in a town down in Mexico. I met myself a rowdy pair of gringos. Had too much tequila with the tattle. Kinda made a sad Cinco de Mayo. Another time near the peak of Mount Everest, I caught up with an investor from Texas. Near the summit, he got a little reckless. That's the last time they ever saw you. Oh, I'm not as scary as you might be. Oh, and I'm as lonely as a kitchen sink. Oh, and though this job really stinks, I'll hold your hand when you reach the girl at the smoke shop yesterday. It's a shame that I'm gonna have to take her away. I'll spare the grim details from the family. She was gonna have to go anyway. Oh, I'm not as scary as you might be. Oh, and I'm as lonely as Professor Green. Oh, and all this time really stings. I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand. When you reach the brink, thanks very much. If you had eyeballs, they'd be weeping.
They would be wet.
Do you have any songs about death, Sam?
You know, I was just thinking,
Yeah.
as I took a business call in the washroom, I do have a song. That,
Yeah?
But could I borrow your capo?
Of course.
Beautiful. At the beginning of this year, I wrote this verse that it was just one verse, and I felt very strongly about it, and it was kind of like to sort of Janis Joplin, Mercedes-Benz sort of thing, if you're familiar, you know, like. And it was like, Jacob cried 'cause the cancer chose him, but the verdict was in as the gods were certain as he stood on trial. The world kept turning and he knew just why. This curse chose his big green eyes that looked so blue when the sun would shine. So it's kind of like that, and then only until I think I finished this about a month ago, and Jacob cried 'cause the cancer chose him, but the verdict was in as the gods were certain. As he stood on trial, the world kept turning, and he knew just why. This curse chose his big green eyes that looked so blue when the sun would shine. Oh, I saw you. I thought I did. And my oh, scattered sun, feel the scattered wind, feel the scattered wind. Well, Jacob lied, so the cancer said now, so the truth is coming for a local loser. As he spins the silence for your time he ruined. As you walk with who you thought you knew, and you knew him well for a little spell, but that's a world. That's a world away. Oh, I saw you in the hills today, and my Oh, bastard sun, feel the bastard wind, feel the bastard wind. Well, Jacob died, now you know the story. His thoughts flee where his body lays, in a life surmise to cosmic glory. You dig a hole, then you limp away, and you wrestle with it for one long night as you find your way. Yeah. Oh, I'm still with you as your soul remains in mine. Oh, scattered sun, feel the scattered wind, feel the scattered wind. Thank you.
I love that vocal line.
I should be doing it with my band, you know. They really help me out there. I try to do the falsetto, but I just can't do it. It should be like, and I just smoke too much, so I can't do it, you know.
That was really beautiful. Thanks, Hank.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Grim Reaper?
Is there such a thing as a truth echo?
Such a thing as a witch?
There's a falsetto. Is there a truth echo?
But tink.
I can't resist.
Does that joke kill in the underworld?
Apparently, there was absolute silence, so it must. I appreciate you bringing up the various names, and it's interesting, or I feel, at least since coming to the earth realm, to play music, experience music, get my thoughts out, share them with human beings, that there is a lot of subtlety and misconception, because, for example, the river Styx is not me who takes people on that journey. That is another god named Charon, who actually requests that the dead have coins put on their eyes to be having a toll across the river Styx, and the river Styx is actually a goddess herself. So there's a lot of interesting things in the background. But they're good friends of mine. We play poker on Saturdays.
Sharon or Sharon?
Charon, C-H-A-R-O-N.
Okay.
But I get confused. Traits for me, I get vilified a lot of the time. And coming to play music is an opportunity to clear up some of that. And one of the characters that I often get associated with is the devil. And this is a little number that I wanted to specifically take some moments to illustrate the differences. I'm death, not the devil. We operate on many different levels. I don't do contracts, don't do deals. And right now I'd like to take a moment to get real. When it comes to souls I never own, you can think of me more as a chaperone, a type of shepherd. I'm your friend. I'm not the one who wants to burn you in the end. 'cause I'm death, and not the devil. I'm death, and not the devil. Don't have a pitchfork, I carry a scythe, and it's the tool that helps you cross over the divide. I got no tail, I got no horns, a black moo-moo is all I ever want. I ease pain, I ease strife, I bring equality to every kind of life. I'm not the villain, I'm not the foe, I'm just the place between for existence to come and go. Whoa, 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 'cause I'm death, and not the devil. I'm death, and not the devil. Dan, do you want to try jamming on this puppy? Like a Grim Reaper jams. Here we go. Whoa, 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 oh. You want to try that out? All of you out there, join me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, 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 oh. One more time. Very nice. I know it's confusing, I know it's hard, but I hope this differentiates the beings of the dark. It's reputation, it's my fate, and right now I'm going to set the record on this straight. So if you wonder, if you forget, and mistakenly interchange the devil for death, you can sing this song. I guarantee if you sing it, you'll never get it wrong. That I'm death, and not the devil. I'm death, and not the devil.
It couldn't be clearer to me now.
The Grim Reaper, actually, that title was given in the mid-1800s by the English. That was their projection on me. The Reaper, as if you would reap what you sow in the farms. Do you know, anyone know what my scythe actually is for?
Wheat?
Wheat. In the off seasons, wheat. Yes, yes. It's actually meant to help cut your soul from your body so you can travel to the other dimension. You can move on. Otherwise, you're stuck on a stinky little body. So, that is not to kill you, it is to release you. This is part of coming and sharing songs with you. So I hope that helps you sleep at night. You particularly in the front row.
Beautiful. And I see Death this week. Actually, you're doing a little bit of something a friend of mine does. You're doing a teacup challenge this week. That's fantastic. I've done the teacup challenge before, but I'm sure you as the host, you might be able to explain a little bit better what a teacup challenge is.
Yes, there's a local named Michael Averill that started a teacup challenge for songwriters, which is sitting down to every morning and the time it takes you to make a cup of tea or a warm beverage or whatever you want. You have to finish a song or at least get a good start on a song, and then the next day you do it again. And it's been something that's been going on for a while, which, Dan, you have participated lots and written some beautiful songs in that. I hear them on Death Radio. It's amazing. But being here for a very particular short, sweet moment of Halloween, I am running through Michael Averill's Write Songs You Love, a Hallow Teacup Challenge with Halloween-style prompts. Started yesterday, it will go to tomorrow. So for any songwriters or any creatives out there who want to participate, just look up Write Songs You Love on Instagram, and you will find the prompts where you can write creatively to your Hallow Heart's desire.
And I'm gonna play a song that I wrote in Michael's Teacup Challenge. Actually, this is a tune I did for the summer series last year, and the prompt was write a song that your heart needs to hear. And at the time, I was watching a good friend of mine go through a really hard time, and he's still up and down, and I haven't quite told him that this song's about him yet. I don't know if he's listened to this song, because I don't know if he's been in the room when I performed it. And but this is a tune, it's about, trying to tell someone who's kind of like me, a bit of a workaholic, to take some time. And so that's what this one's called. And this is a song from the Teacup Challenge that is making it in, it's going to be coming out as a single next year. So this is called Sometime. Feeling it's gone, the light in your song. Gotta call the day, but it doesn't change the feelings just the same. Try to give back, try to keep trying, try to find another way, or if you're gonna stay. Hallelujah, it'll move you. Singing His praise is such a waste to kill for just a breathe. Doing my best. Gotta take some time to realign. Take some time to be you. You gotta rest your head, shake out the confidence. Take some time to be you. You gotta take some time to realign. Take some time to be you. Gotta rest your gone, loud in your song. Gotta call it a day, but it doesn't change. The feeling's just the same. Thanks very much. Yeah, of course.
I don't know where I put mine, but it's probably somewhere in like under a bunch of Dorito bags in our van. So,
I've never toured during Halloween. How is it? Do you guys get the candy?
no.
No?
No.
Okay,
So
good choice.
this could be a start tonight if anybody wants to.
Yeah.
Well, we just stayed with my aunt in Vancouver, and she gave us a bunch of candy.
Oh, really?
But like a different kind of candy, like like homemade Jewish food. Like we got some knishes, kumishes. I don't know if anybody knows the difference between those. It's a small difference, but it's quite a difference.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds delicious.
It's good, but like when you eat like kind of shitty food all day, you just kind of feel like full, but like horrible.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm at right now. But I think I'm gonna have a pizza.
Yeah. The pizza's fantastic.
I think I'm thinking about it. In fact, I know I am. Okay, so I'm gonna play a song right now. I wrote it. I started writing it in 2019, and probably finished it around 2022 sometime. And it was, the story is too long, crazy, and controversial, and probably inappropriate to tell right now, and illegal. So I won't share it. But pretty much something of those prior things I just said led me to meeting a very nice Italian woman, and it was like a very just nice time in a faraway place, and these are the things you might think of. And it's a song called Mirror in the Sunrise, and that's what I saw. The moment is coming, flaying. We have moved to be still are there. The killer, this life must belong. Too long to bear for words like I love you, so I'll leave them unsaid. No, I don't need to, 'cause I'll see you again. And this morning leaves me stoned, arrives by the time you have to go. Years pressed to the window and miles below. She knows that I've gone, so if you need me now or you need someone, then I'm where you are. But nights are longer when you go. I just wanna let you know that I wanna take it all, and maybe sometime we could watch the sunrise. And I want you. All I really want is you. Thank you. All I really want is you. All I really want to do is you. Oh, but nights are longer when you leave. I just want to make you see that I want to lose it all. And on a new day, we could start again. And I want you. All I really want is you. All I really want is you. All I really want to do is you. But the thing is that when I think of you, I just think about myself. Thank you very much.
Does that ever showcase your guitar work? That's gorgeous, man.
Hey, thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
I could play a couple chords.
Just a couple here and there.
Just a few. That's one I'm working on right now.
It's a new one.
There's a stairway in that one somewhere. It's more of an escalator down where I go.
That's my song, man. That's my song.
That was beautiful. I like how both of you guys are really singing about savoring the sweetness that is life and using as many opportunities as you can to do that. Because when you're dead, you don't have that anymore. It's different, but it's not like life. And it's really good to be alive. So you should enjoy it. You should take the time. You should do those things that are questionable and sometimes whether or not they're legal or not. No, I'm just kidding. However that fits for you. However you experience joy. And I'll give you a little taste of... I'll go on that train here, and it's mostly in the key of C, Dan, if you feel like noodling your Dan Tait noodles. Mostly in the C. When you're dead, you can float around to parties and twist off your head. When you're dead, place to place, you don't pay any rent. When you're dead, there are no more expectations to be met. When you're dead, when you're dead. So some of you have heard this song before. Anytime you hear me say when you're dead, you can just shout that out as randomly, as loudly, in weird voices and whatever you want to do. Luke in the front row, can you give an example? Luke, right in front, when I say when you're dead. Okay, that was a pretty good example. Now if Craig joins you and you join forces, if you do it together, when you're dead. Hey, see where we're getting now? You see where we're getting? Now we got Craig and Luke and Peter and Aleda and Carrie. Ready? When you're dead. We're gaining momentum here. This is a beautiful thing. This is life. This is living, is it not? It is. All
I
right.
think so.
Here we go. When you're dead, all the dogs will kill to be your friends. 'Cause when you're dead, you're just a walking bag of bones for all of them to fetch. You can eat dessert all day because you can't be overfed. When you're dead, when you're dead, Dan, it's noodling time. Oh yeah, there we go. Big hand for Dan and the noodles. Now, Dan, if you got a C sharp harmonica, that's where we're going.
Oh, nope.
And did you know? That's okay. You can go to guitar now, then, if you want to. That when you die, there are so many things. No, wait, that's not it at all. When you die, there are so many ways for you to say goodbye. You could be planted as a tree, turned into fishy coral reef, or exploded in the sky. You could be pressed onto vinyl, plasticized for science, or frozen with hopes of being revived when you die. Good improvising. When you die. All right, this is the memento, this is the mojo that these two fine gentlemen passed my way in this final verse. So while alive, there are so many ways for you to live your life while you're alive. Do the things you want to, don't be careless with your time. Because the sun never sets upon an ocean of regret. So spend your money, because there's nothing left to spend when you're dead. When you're dead. When you're Fred. When you're dead. When you're dead. When you're dead.
You're way more interactive than I ever thought you'd be, Death.
Just busting stereotypes left, right, and center.
I love it.
And again, you've got, like I said, don't want to die with all the money in your pockets. So you've got amazing merch for this man here on the road to support. And
Hey.
yeah, so don't leave without tossing something in there and taking some of that music home.
All right, my friends, we have just 2 rounds left here in Three Little Birds. We do this every single Tuesday, so we've got lots and lots of Tuesdays for these cozy months coming up of just this. New artists every week. But we got 2 more rounds tonight. And so what that means is I'm going to play this song, and then I'm going to come hand deliver the analog tip jar to you. So I'll be coming around you while these gentlemen take a song each, and then I'll be returning for the last round. I'll make us some Skrilla, as the kids say. Well, anybody out there still write letters? By show of hands, anyone writing letters out there? On paper. Yes. Yes. My person over there. Do you write many letters or just... No, it's not commonplace. It's not commonplace, but maybe we'll try something else. Does anyone remember receiving a letter? Yeah. Remember receiving a letter, any letter. And so it's amazing what a letter can do when it comes to you. It was back in 2021, the winter of 2021, we were kind of going through our first winter of COVID, and this is January, and I get seasonal affective disorder. I get real down in the winters. And I received this letter in a repurposed envelope. It was taped shut, and on the front was just chicken scrawl that said Dan Tait in Kelowna, BC, and it was addressed to me, and it came from Quesnel. It came from a dear friend. And so I was really curious, because I was all sad bastard at the time, and I was trying to figure out, how to get through my days, because as artists, we didn't know if we could go back to work. We didn't know what we were doing. And so I opened this letter up, and inside of it was a little letter with 7 words, and it was, "Hey Dan, always keep rising, love you, Spencer." It was from my dear friend Spencer. And just the way that letter, there wasn't much written in it. It was, like I said, it was 7 letters, but it changed my whole year to come, and it changed my life in a few ways. And I've started writing letters now, and I do holiday cards for people in the season, and I now receive a few more letters. You shouldn't feel obligated to return a letter, but you should consider it if you receive a letter, because it's really wonderful to write one, and it's wonderful to receive one. So this is a song with that sentiment in mind. This is a song all about writing letters. This is called Letters. Got a letter in the mail the other day. Inside was an old friend's face. Now the letter, it didn't have much to say. Even still, it was a warm embrace. So I'm writing to you from my place. It ain't much but hell, it's my space. Now the circles and the scribbles and little R's, they're asking, what are you doing now that they close down the bars? Finding the words, it shouldn't be hard, and the doors in the circle. I'll send the country letters to me. They remind us of in the coupons and the flyers in the bills. I pull out one with lots of colors and frills. Now it came from only 30 miles away. Now I'm pretty glad that the mail came today. Finding the words, it shouldn't be hard. The doors in the circle. I'll send the country letters to you. They remind us of love. finding those words. No, it shouldn't be hard. Choosing the subtle art. I'll sing in the country those letters to me. They remind us of who we are. And we can't forget who we are. Thanks very much.
That was a really beautiful song, man.
Hey, thanks, brother. It's coming out mid-November.
This November.
This November.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
not that long to wait.
That's 2 or 3 weeks, and if anyone writes holiday cards, it will serve as a reminder to maybe write them.
And I'm gonna have to steal that one more time. I'm a thief, you know. I'm gonna play a song now. And I really don't have much to say about it. But I will say that it's been really nice playing here. And I know we got a couple more rounds, but just to reintroduce myself, my name is Sam Singer, and I'm from Winnipeg. And I put out an album earlier this year, and it's called Where the Rivers Do. And there's a place in Winnipeg called the Forks. And this means it's where the Assiniboine and the Red River meet. And a while ago, I came up with this idea for a Leonard Cohen translator, where you insert regular speech into this Leonard Cohen translator, and it shits it out in Leonard Cohen speech. And so I thought of the saying, you know, let's meet at the Forks. And this would be, if you put it through the translator, meet me where the rivers do. You make me dream in a spell when I'm nothing, by the picture so very real. You make me dream so long to your eyes when feel we're shifting apart. At the start of the old day, I was alone at the stump of some old tree. You held the phone, and for a second I was young. And for a second I was young. So I think of the start. In a way I am cruel by the thoughts in my heart. On some pages I sketched your childhood home, with rooms that grow on with you, as you walk out the door to the end of an old street we walked upon. By the bridge there's a fountain, yes there is, and you wished for a coin, and for a second I knew you. And for a second I knew you. You make me dream of lives I've not lived yet, of nothing between us anymore. You make me dream. I see the highway, the note on your door. By the time that I need you, I need something more. By the time I could see you, you're already gone. And for a second I forget. Thank you very much. And without Dan on the stage, I'll pass this over to Death.
Wow, that was a beautiful tune.
Thank you very much.
I've been to the Forks.
Has anybody else been to the Forks? We got one, we got two, we got three.
And they've got great honey there.
Yeah, man. A lot of wasps. Just kidding. I know that there's a lot of wasps in Winnipeg. That's
a true story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fact.
Well, speaking of the Forks Market, like to talk about forks in the road. I get a lot of opportunity to speak to people in transitions. And I always ask them a question. I just ask, can you tell me about your life? And what people have to say is the most amazing story and conversation you could ever have. Sometimes in life, people talk about hard decisions, big decisions. And it's fascinating to see how human beings make those decisions. Some trust their guts, some seek counsel, some go to intuitive, interpretive situations like tarot. And if you look into tarot, the decks, the number 13, the 13th card in tarot is the death card. I have my shining, smiley face all over that card. And it's, if you pull that card, if that is a card that shows up in your destined path, it's all about transitions and choices. How about you want to go onwards in life? It can be a welcome change, or it can be a bit painful, but that's everything about what that card represents. It's not necessarily dying and losing your life, it's the death of a way of thinking, a way of being. Moving on to something new is always attached to that. So that's what this is all about. The number 13. It's not about bad luck or murderers with knives. It's symbolic of growth, new beginnings, and changes in life. The ending of suffering, cycles, and bidding goodbyes as they all die. That's the number 13. That's what it means. No more what has and has beens. No more old patterns and beliefs. No more useless ego or broke down identities. It can be a welcome embrace or a fight wrapped in pain. Will it be sunshine or rain? It's a mystery. So which will you choose when it's your scene with the number 13? The number 13. Number 13.
Well, my friends, we have reached the final round of this spoopy edition of Three Little Birds. We're going to each play one more song, and then we've got an open mic coming right up after it. We've got two open micers, one who is newly moved to town and one from Edmonton. And so I'm pretty excited for the open mic, but we've each got one more tune. I'm going to play you a tune here. I just went to physiotherapy for the second time ever, and they did dry needling on me for the first time ever because I have sciatic back pain. And I have this, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but, lingering injuries, and when your body corrects or overcorrects over time, then you could end up creating a bigger problem for yourself. So I'm trying to work through that, and I have realized that I've reached this point in my life where everything I do, it requires a sound. So if I'm getting up out of a chair, it's usually, or when I'm getting in and out of the truck, there's a groan, a grunt, or perhaps a swear word. And so my life is a lot more noisy. But I wrote this song about exactly that, and it's all true. They say write what you know, and what I know these days is sciatic back pain. So this is a tune I wrote about it. This is called All My Friends Are Old and Injured Now. Impetus for this story. I woke up in a hotel room on tour, and I was sleeping on a cot, and my whole left leg was frozen. Finally left the hotel room. Morning time is coming soon. I had to get on up and stretch my legs. It's not for a walk, it's not what you think, it's not deep thought, songwriter things. No, it seems as bad as immobilized my leg. See see, a funny thing is happening. Life's become a little challenging, and I don't remember when everything had changed. When I wake up it hurts and bedtime's worse. Some days all I do is curse. Can I take this body in for an exchange? Oh, everything I do, it requires a sound. Ow. And all my rowdy friends, they're all slowing down. Gone are the days of unbridled horseplay. All my friends are old and injured now. You see, I used to play a dozen sports. I'd never heard of lumbar support. I was go, go, go till long after the sun went down. Yeah, we'd rant and rave and we'd party lots. We'd drink our beers with 100 shots. But now I'm having trouble keeping orange juice down. Oh, everything I do, it requires a sound. And all my rowdy friends, they're all slowing down. Gone are the days of filling ashtrays. All my friends are old and injured now. Well, it ain't all bad, could be worse. I could be in a lonesome hearse. Hey, look at me, defying all the odds. I count my blessings, I count my stars. Some days I'll just count my scars while she rubs my back and ignores all my sobs. Oh, everything I do, it requires a sound or a swear word. And all my rowdy friends, they're all slowing down. Gone are the days of extended foreplay. All my friends are old and injured now. I said everything I do, it requires a sound. Ow. And all my rowdy friends, they're all slowing down. Gone are the days of unbridled horseplay. All my friends are old and injured now. All my friends are old and injured now. Thanks very much. That one's coming out this winter for all the skiers who are going to be aching in January, February. Whew.
Very nice again.
Thank you very
I
much.
love your songs
Thank
and your voice. And yours too. It's just very spooky, you know. I've never watched scary movies as a kid, and you know, I'm having a tough time. I keep having to go to the washroom. I mean, taking phone calls.
Are you really this nervous, close to
Seriously, dude.
the Grim Reaper?
Seriously, man. But I'll get on with it. You know, I think I can make it through one more song. And I just want to say thanks to Dan for having me and the Redbird. It's cool to be here. I've never been in Kelowna before. And, you know, I'm hoping tomorrow morning I could, you know, go for a coffee somewhere and enjoy it. And then leave 30 minutes after. And I'm gonna leave you with one more song. not too much of a Megillah, but a little bit of a Megillah. And if anybody doesn't know what that means, it just means a long, drawn-out story. But I'll try to make it shorter. And so back in Winnipeg, I play music in a hospital in Winnipeg for patients, and it's this program called Artists in Healthcare. And on Fridays, we do, me and this other guy, we play folk songs for some patients. And, we were playing one Friday, and we play a lot of the same songs, so I get kind of bored. And I was like, does anybody have any requests? And then there was this young kid. I'm still young. I may look like I'm maybe 35. Like I haven't been ID'd at these BC liquor stores, but I'm really 26. And he looked about my age or maybe a little bit younger, and he raised his hand and he was like, I was like, yeah, what do you want to hear? And he was like, could you play Smoke in the Park, which is a song I wrote. And it threw me off, and I was like, who sings that? And then he was like, you do. And I was like, how do you know that? And then he saw me play like years before, and I played him the song, and it was like nothing else I've ever experienced, because I'm playing this song for him, and this kid just wept. And I'm not saying for you guys don't need to weep, There's not the similar connection, I'm not expecting. I put some pressure on it, but just to sum it up, I thought it was kind of cool how a song I wrote when I was 18 or 19 kind of follows me around when I'm 26, and this emotion. It's just a song about the park behind my house, and I don't know. I think that's cool, and to hopefully not ruin that story, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I have some merch, and there's no pressure. I'm just begging you to at least feel the fabric, and you could at least do that and then go on with your night, and my father would be happy. Smoke in the park, say a mistake, picture the girl, throw the picture away. Smoke in the park, the next day, when all of my fears have been pushed to the side. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the end of the night. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the end of the night, but there's nobody. Smoke in the park. I feel so strange. All the debris of a better day. And this is a place I remember a lot. When the memories fade, then it's only me. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the end of your life. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the end of your life, but there's nobody. And this is a place I remember a lot. A brown-eyed girl, my old dog, where my first love grew. I laughed so hard I choked, and this is also the place I had my first smoke. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the time that you die. I know you wanna be somebody. I know you wanna be somebody by the time that you die. But there's nobody. I really wanna love somebody. I really wanna love somebody innocently. I think that I could be somebody. I think that I could be somebody, but my throat gets all dry, and I'm nobody. Thank you. I'm Sam Singer. And we got Death. And Dan Tait. At the Redbird on a Tuesday night.
That had to be a profound moment playing that for...
It really was.
That's wild, especially like with that chorus. You know, I really want to, or I know you want to be somebody. That's wild. Wow.
One of the more bizarre experiences in my life.
Whole and like that's like wholesome as all, because they're feeling. Oh man, I love that.
Well, thank you very much.
Experience. Cool. Well, the Grim Reaper has our final song of the evening before we crack into open mic. What you got over there, my friend?
I got a little dancing song. That's a beautiful story and a beautiful situation that you can take music into the healthcare hospital situations like that. That's really special. And obviously it connected. The more people I meet and the more lives I hear about, I hear so much about connection. It seems like those who really enjoy their time just have more of that. But also, we supposedly are in a world where it's literally been judged in a state of connection crisis. But you can choose to look at it like a crisis, or you can choose to do things like what Sam's doing and be a catalyst for connection. And at the end of the day, me singing songs with you and for you, I hope it makes you feel a little easier around me. You can brush with me. You can dance with me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna take you away. But we're always dancing, and that makes life special. Dancing with death is inevitable, like a bird growing feathers it knows one day soon wings will take it away. is equitable. Everyone gets to be star of the show, no center stage for the last act in the play. There's no running away from it, and at the end of the day, my friends, whether you know it or not, you're dancing with death. You got that harmonica in C handy, Dan? Give it up for our host, Dan, everybody. Danse macabre, everyone's eligible, makes no difference whether you're high class or low, no VIPs at this soiree. There's no running away from it, and at the end of the day, Mayport, whether you know it or not, you're dancing with death. There's no running away, and at the end of the day, whether you know it or not, you're dancing with death. Whether you know it or not, you're dancing with death. Whether you know it or not, you're dancing with death.
My friends, keep it going on your right side. You can find them songsbydeath.bandcamp.com. Give it up for Death. Sitting center stage all the way from Winnipeg on his way home with his band. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sam Singer. Make sure to visit the merch booth over here to the right of the stage. And my friends, my name is Dan Tait. I'm not done yet. We've got 2 open micers coming up, so stay tuned. Stick around for some open mic action. Until then,